Hi.
You first.
Me first.
I just want to
So,
sit back. I don't want to do much tonight. You,
welcome to the rundown. I'm
yeah,
Oz. That's Steve. I like it
true.
now. We don't have to. Like, do you remember I was always getting the fucking.
Yeah, if we're
Could
up and
never.
down, it's a piece of
Yeah,
piss, isn't
yeah,
it? Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah,
If I'm going, that's Steve.
yeah.
I'm in trouble. Welcome to the rundown. I'm Oz. This is Steve. He's dying.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
I've got a hell of a cough, but I've also got egg, so that's fine.
mate, hell of a cough don't matter when you got egg.
Mm.
Um, and we're here to give you a brief rundown of all of the week's games from the weekend in the BAFA adult leagues, with a little bit of shenanigans, not so seriousness.
Well, that's what I was going to say. Has there been any other goings on or going ons in the league apart from the Nottingham Caesars signing probably the best linebacker in who would now will be the best linebacker in Britball?
I thought Eddie was playing for Portsmouth.
Hey. But
Which he is, but who's the? Okay, hi Ryan.
hi Ryan,
Welcome.
good to see you again, Ryan.
Yeah, how do we start this week? Because last week's obviously we were ready to go with big action. And this week it's like, how do we kick it off? It's a hard week to follow. Week 3.
What? Yeah, it's the Tough Bird series.
Yeah. I'm running out of ideas, mate. Like the creative juices are not flowing anymore.
Well, that's all from us for this season, then.
Yeah.
And,
we were the rundown. Thanks for coming.
Yeah. Yeah, so I try to keep an eye, as you know, like I try to keep an eye on bits and pieces that are going on. Then there's some good stuff to talk about. But yeah, Jack Rice,
okay.
signed for the Nottingham Caesars. Let me just
Why?
I will.
Why
Do you
has
know who Jack Rice is? First of all,
I've heard the name. I do not know the person.
So I'm going to read their post because otherwise I'll be like, oh, I think he did this, and once I think he did that. But like their post will be slick. An accomplished linebacker with extensive experience playing both international and European levels, Jack is sure to elevate the team's performance this year. We're determined to surpass our 2022 record, and Jack's presence will undoubtedly help us achieve our goal. That doesn't say anything about Jack, so let me tell you about Jack now.
Okay.
Prior to joining us, Jack played for various teams, including GB Lions, the Marburg. It just says they just tagged them. So let me hover over these teams, and I'm gonna. So Northants Knights was one of the teams. Marburg Mercenaries.
All right, that's a GFL team.
Yeah, the Rostock Griffins, NTU Renegades, Sterling Klansmen, and the Northants Knights.
Okay, yeah, Rostock I think is another GFL team.
Yeah, they are. They're GFL. I don't know what level they are, but they're Bundesliga.
They're Bundesliga, are they?
Yeah,
playing for Rostock at Bayern Munich away.
Yeah. They're going to absolutely destroy him.
Oh yeah. The moment you pick up the ball the first time, you've just got Manuel Neuer going, "What's going on?"
But but yeah, Jack's a hell of a player, and a hell of a signing for any. Like he walks into a starting lineup of any Britball team. Like he's a stud linebacker, and I was like, ooh.
So why is he playing for the Caesars?
Well, maybe
just out of like, no disrespect meant to the Nottingham folks. I can see Grant getting on here and just fucking chewing me out.
Yeah.
No disrespect meant, Grant, to you and your cohorts. But is it like he's got nothing to prove? And
they've signed a hell of a lot of new. They've signed a hell of a lot of new players. They've made this isn't their only announcement. But he was one that just stood out for me. So like that, I don't know. They're obviously on some recruitment drive. They're saying the right things to people and getting them. Maybe it's because they had all their kit ache last year, and now the new kit, everyone's like, yeah.
Did they get it from one of those suppliers that comments on all of our posts?
Yeah. Oh mate, they kill me though. Supplier, they fucking constant messages from them.
I see them on like random things now. Like I think so. Actually, the Dreadnoughts literally just released new kit. They
Nice
did the announcement.
kit as well.
It looks sharp.
Yeah, see, this is new stuff.
Sharp.
Northumberland Vikings also lovely kit. They released for the first time, and a new look which we need to update to, but black and white, which looks cool.
Yeah, no, both teams with their new kits look sharp, and I had a look, and like on one of the posts, it was like literally they were announcing that they were doing a new partnership. So Portsmouth announced they're doing a new partnership with the supplier, and on literally the first comment, it was like one of those things. It was like, "Do you need new kit?" And I was just like,
it's just a painful part. And the other thing is the fake live stream links, which are a little bit more sinister than
Ryan's dropped it in there as well.
Quality. And they, they're a bit more sinister because they're trying to, scam and stuff. The Indian guys, I don't think they're scams. That I think it's genuinely a lot of people just trying to make a living and offer services
out of Britball kit.
Like they're just toned, like no matter what you say to them. I've messaged them before saying, "Do you guys honestly think this is going to work?" And they're like, "Yeah, oh yeah, we'll do whatever we can." And I'm like,
well, Tom's
trying to level with you,
Tom's been saying his DMs are full, but not in a good way. Tom's
full of shit.
Yeah, Tom he keeps opening his DMs praying for penis, and it's just, do you need new kit?
Yeah.
He's just praying for a dick pic. He just wants one. Just spice it up, change it up.
My kingdom for a dick pic.
Yeah. Welcome to the rundown, folks.
Yeah.
No, so it was some new uniforms.
Really liked the Portsmouth kit. I really like the
Vikings rebrand.
The Vikings one.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like about it is that it's they've only released one kit. I think they're going to release more kit and even a color. I don't know yet, right?
Well, but it could be money.
But it's they've gone for all black, and that's been cliche to fuck for years, and most teams are moving away from that. The Aztecs were one of them. Essex, I think they used to play in all black.
Yeah, I think Birmingham's got like a splash of red.
Yeah, well, it was also like black and red, like Birmingham, Bournemouth as well. They were another team that were all black.
I think they're going to be. I think looking at the new logo and stuff that they've got, I'm thinking an alternate might be that blue that they're running.
Yes, so that's what I was going to say, because they've, but I think they've done the all black really well, and it's quite minimalist. Like
it looks a little bit like. I wanted to say like a Uniball, like it's a stark. I'm just watching some highlights on their Facebook page. Fuck me, it's a stark contrast from the Lancashire uniforms, isn't it? Those snot green, like, oh god.
Well, that was a recent well, I say
that
recent, it was probably
about 2 years ago, 2 or 3 years ago.
Like,
yeah.
Theirs was a rebrand, wasn't there?
Yeah.
And again, so what we're seeing is like most teams going from darker to lighter kits with rebrands, right? And they've gone the other way. And but the thing is, I don't hate it, but it was like it just seemed like an odd decision for when you had such strong brand colors to now go to this.
Well, because they had the yellow. The yellow and
like a browny orange.
Yeah,
color.
yeah.
Like a beard.
And then to go to like full black. Switched on to the fact that black clothes in summer weather doesn't go well. Yeah, but you don't get fuck all summer. Like you saw this weekend.
You're speaking to an Australian here or a Kiwi that gets called Australian.
You guys don't get summer. You get like a 3-week heat wave in the middle of June, and then it just pisses with rain for the rest of the time.
Yeah. It's a lovely 3-week heat wave. Isn't it? Not beautiful. I love it. But,
mate, the only thing, the thing I hate most about British summer is 25 degrees over here is less manageable than fucking 40 degrees back home. Like, I don't know what it is, but like 40 degrees back home, you're like, this is uncomfortable. 25 degrees over here, you're like, my butt crack is sweating, my fucking, like, I'm just...
Our buildings aren't suited for it. You know, you go into most buildings in hot countries and even cars, and they're just cold. You know, like people know about aircon. Here we're like, oh fuck it, I'm not buying aircon for 3 weeks.
It cracks me up though. It cracks me up because you're not built to deal with summer.
Our heat is built different.
Yeah, but you're not built to deal with summer.
It's a different heat. It's a different heat.
No, it is. It's definitely different. It's
same sun.
You're not built to deal with summer. You're definitely not fucking built to deal with winter. Because the moment anything like snows or a little bit too much rain, the whole like it's not like you're on an island that you haven't been on for the past 2,000 years.
It's cultural, right? So I often say
like
I admire
the Picts and shit were here before the Romans. Hey, like they've been here for you've been on. No, fuck you. You've been on this island for 2,000 years.
I haven't. I'm only 40.
Mate, you look it. You. I'm sure I could dig through historical tapestries and stuff and find someone. But it's like how British is this week's show? We're talking about the weather, but it's just like
proper.
It's you're not built for it at all. Like your country is like, well, we just want
we're built for
fucking
sea.
It's true. It's true.
But yeah, so the way that I look at it, right? So I've always said I admire the French people as a whole for their lack of tolerance for bullshit from their politicians. Like they'll strike at anything, right? And it's amazing.
Fucking cut their heads off.
And they get what they want, right? And we've got the same sort of attitude towards weather. We're like, oh, it's too hot, is it? Fuck that. Oh right, it's too windy. Bullshit. You know, like that's we focused on the wrong thing, I think, because the French have ended up with like really favourable living terms and health benefits. And,
fuck up. See you later, Ashley. Don't let the door hit you on the way out.
Yes, yeah. We've just got we just got the reputation for moaning about weather and talking about weather all the time.
Yeah, and I'm trying to make sure that I can renew my British passport, so I'm just trying to fit in. But apparently people are switching off because we're here talking about the weather. So what do you think we're going to get for this week? Let's double down.
Let's get weird.
Yeah. All weather, nothing else.
Yeah. Actually, let me just read. We're going to forecast actual weather instead of scores.
Yeah, 100%. Like, you tell me the game and I'll tell you the weather. Like that's all. That's all.
Well, mate, God gave Britain bad weather as a payback for colonisation.
Right. As someone who's come from a colonised country, I mean, I'd rather have bad weather. Like, a little bit of rain in the middle of summer, or colonial atrocities. Like, don't really know how you stack that one up.
Comment on the weather from each game, yeah.
That's what I mean. We predict, like, instead of predicting the scores, you're like, right, we've got Glasgow travelling to, I don't know, Clyde Valley. Oh, it's going to piss with rain there.
Yeah, they're gonna like that. Yeah, I was obviously we live streamed yesterday the Hertfordshire Cheetahs and the
Oxford
Saints. It rained before the game. It didn't rain during the game. It was nice and sunny, and it rained after. Just to let everyone know.
Oh well, I wouldn't have predicted that.
No, it was fucking shit. All my fucking it's just soaked because it pissed it down after.
Yeah, you got colonised, but have you tried the M6? Have you tried the M6 and sideways hail? No, I haven't, and neither have most of the people that got colonised because they got ethnically cleansed at the same time. They didn't get a chance to try the M6 and the hail.
To buy a get printed up a sport tank little pop-up gazebo thing now.
Oh yeah, to go over like the camera and things.
Yeah, because
because English weather.
It was shit. It was so wet. Like
Yeah.
honestly, like I haven't even touched because I went to London today. But last night when I got my kit in, and I've had to sort of like hang it, like bits and pieces, so they're not touching, so they dry. But
I managed to get soaked yesterday without it even raining. Because the missus and I went yesterday. Went up to Tynemouth, like Whiteley Bay, up along the coast and everything. And went for a walk out on one of the piers that heads out into the North Sea, and just stupidly, fucking, inclement weather, big old wave slams into the pier and just dunks on top of us as we're walking along. There's like some lady doing like a fun run. She's got her headphones in. It just fucking washes her out. She stops, turns around. She's like, "Oh, I've lost an earphone now." It's like, hey,
oh no, we got live stream spam. Fuck off! I fucking hate these.
Mate, check the DMs. Have we got any? Do you need a uniform?
Yeah, we'll always have. I don't read it in an accent like that, but we may do. We get them. I would wager that we get them more than anyone else.
To not read it in an accent like that. Hatches just popping out. Will he need a coat? Always.
Yeah.
Or it doesn't matter if it's sunny. Take that coat just to be safe. Should we jump into some games so that way we don't end up finishing at like 9:30 tonight then?
Yeah. Right, let's go. So,
you want to start? Do you want to start like geographically at the top, or
we are with the rundown, aren't we? So let's start from the top.
But are we starting geographically at the top, or are we starting competitively at the top?
I need to rearrange what the way that it pops up on our website, because it should be Prem. So it should go through Prem, Div 1, Div 2, but then within that north to south.
Yeah.
And then west to east, as though you're.
So we'll go with two filters. We'll go competitively as the first filter, and then geographically as the second filter. So
correct.
Prem, let's go.
Prem North.
Edinburgh, Merseyside. They're Mersey Rule Nighthawks, bro. I called it.
Oh, have you got our predictions up?
I have. I've got them right here in front of me.
Did we tell me what we fucking did here? Because I want us to both have gone Wolves here.
We did both go Wolves.
Okay, cool. But I didn't expect 40 unanswered points.
I don't know if I expected 40 unanswered points, but I didn't expect Merseyside to do fuck all.
Oh, no, let me just delete this.
It was I wasn't really feeling anything from them in response. Like, it was. I looked at it and I thought this will be where Edinburgh bounces back from, because they went down. They played Manchester, had a disappointing performance against Manchester, and I looked at Merseyside on the schedule and I went, this is where they bounce back. Like, there's no competition. They're firmly looking at cementing themselves in the middle part. Are we going to do an ELF rundown?
I don't think we don't really know enough about it, Kwame. But
fuck is ELF?
Like it's the ELF is the European Pro League.
Oh.
I
thought he was asking for me to sit down and just keep watching Will Ferrell Alf and have to give breakdowns every week.
No, the European League of Football. The Alf, but yeah, it's so no. I don't think if we had the right expertise in the team, as in someone that could write or someone that could present and knew about it, then yes.
Someone who knew what it was.
Yeah. Like it's sort of Oz's reaction sort of gives you a great idea of what I'm trying to deal with, what I'm trying to work with here.
Yeah, 100%. Oh,
cool.
Is this you? When I first jumped on, you were like, "How's the new TV?" And I was like, did I tell you I was getting a new one?
No, I just saw the box.
Yeah, I was going to say, I've literally just seen it out the corner of my eye. So I thought it was at the end of last week's show. I was like, mate, gonna go fucking play some Xbox on my new TV.
I just gathered. I didn't think Samsung. I didn't think it was a Samsung bicycle. So my second guess.
I rebranded the Peloton so that way it doesn't get stolen.
It was a.
I don't look like I'm on a Peloton, do I? Not in the slightest. Right. So
some free Lucasade. Yeah, cool. Message us and we'll talk.
Yeah.
Anyway, yeah. So yeah, Edinburgh will. I expected more of a fight.
Right. For anybody who doesn't know, Edinburgh 41, Merseyside 0.
Oh yeah, we got a fucking yeah. Sorry.
So yeah, Edinburgh 41, Merseyside 0. It's what I expected. We both picked the Wolves to come out on top on this.
Yeah.
Right, moving on to the next.
So the Cambridgeshire Cats, when they played in week 1 against the Solent Thrashers, lost 41-20.
Yes.
The Cambridgeshire Cats, when they play
the Blitz, lost 44-13.
Do you draw from that?
Yes.
That Solent and Blitz is going to be a good game. Why?
No.
Because of the Warriors manhandling the Thrashers.
Oh, actually, sorry. I think I interpreted the question wrong.
Are Blitz? But what I'm saying is, are the Blitz and Solent sort of at the are they going to like split the series sort of thing? Are they sort of like neck and neck as a
well,
team?
I think that was something that we discussed in the first sort of episode when we did the division previews, and we where we thought everyone was going to sit, and me and you both thought that maybe this was Bristol's year to jump in, and then oh, it's so nice of you to buy a hoodie for full price and never play for anybody. And then Kwame just said that Cat scored a garbage time TD as well. Hey, still counts. Doesn't matter. Play to the whistle. It's only garbage because you guys let it happen. Not you. I don't know if you play for the Blitz or not.
He's a Thrashers player.
He's a Thrashers player, is he? Okay. Yeah, but we talked about this, that we thought that this could be the year that sort of Bristol jump into that second spot, and then there was going to be so yeah, it was garbage because you got slapped. We thought it was going to be sort of the Blitz and the Warriors. The Blitz and Solent sort of competing with Bristol to see what was going to happen in
That's
that.
What I'm saying. Does this sort of point to what? Because for me, it does.
I think it does. I think it does. I think it's
every result that we've seen in the Prem South so far sort of aligns to what we were thinking.
I'm starting to feel more worry for the Cats.
Mm-hmm.
Like this is because originally I was like, oh, they might be competitive, they might be able to steal one game off one of these teams or something. Now it's like, are they gonna yo-yo? Yeah, but they haven't played Kent yet.
No, I know. But it's them and Kent. Well, this is what we said,
Well, there was the 2, the 3, and the 1. There was the Warriors, the 3, and then Kent.
No, I think the Warriors and the Aztecs are at the top.
No, I think the Warriors,
it's the Blitz and the Thrashers. Then I think Kent and
no, I think the Blitz and the Thrashers are closer to the Aztecs, and the Aztecs will be to the Warriors still. I personally still think the Warriors are. Look, until
we'll see.
Until Bristol comes out and proves me wrong.
There we go.
No, but until Bristol comes out and fucking to beat the best, you got to beat the best. It's until they do it, they're not. So that's all there is. That's all there. Like the Warriors have got what, like 10 years worth of fucking evidence back in them up.
I think the reason I would put them in a two-team bracket at the top is that I think they're the two teams that go through from the Prem South to the playoffs. I think the Aztecs will do better than the Thrashers. And
so do you think the Aztecs are gonna not necessarily significantly, but it will be a decisive victory over both the Aztecs? Over both the Blitz and the Thrashers. You don't think they'll struggle, and the game could go either way or anything? You think they will win, and that it won't really be in doubt. It won't sort of be like a blown coverage or a lucky play or something like that. Like that, they will win because they will have outclassed their opponents. Yeah. Okay.
That's what I think. That's obviously it's a pre-season prediction.
Hello, Coolpy.
I'm aware that I'm biased. And don't hide from that.
You have a really strange affinity for a team that doesn't even know who you are.
Yeah.
I'm
trying to get on their radar.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've got this love for this.
Notice me, Aztecs.
Notice me, Aztecs. You're just in their DMs. Did I do good? And then all you get back is new phone. Who dis?
Yeah. Just nothing, like left on red.
Yeah. Oh, poor
anyway,
Steve. Yeah. Okay.
So the way that I see it, and I know you see the Aztecs a little bit different to me, but the way that I see it, what we've said pre-season is still ringing true for the
It's okay. Okay,
right?
cool.
And
It
I don't
definitely.
think
I have to see Cambridge play Kent. Like it's because Kent's sort of been a little bit of a mainstay, the last few years.
they've done so well. They've done so well.
But it's they've also had favourable results in terms of like it's difficult. It's difficult, but it'll be interesting to see how they go against Cambridgeshire and whether Cambridgeshire can compete and fight to stay in, or whether they're literally just going to be a straight up, straight down. No wins, all losses sort of thing.
Yeah.
Which I hope not. But we
well,
don't know.
someone's got to go down.
Yeah. Well, that's it. That's it. Someone's got to go.
Anyway, right. Let's move on. NFC One Central. You look better in a miners. I'll order a miners hoodie at some point.
Send me one.
Don't send me. See, I'm saying I'll buy one. You're going send me one.
Yeah, 100%. There's a difference between someone who can afford to build a fucking crypto mining rig and a guy who's got a TV box but no TV.
It's not even been on for months. That's how.
Yeah, exactly. That's how much you've made from it.
Yeah, I did. Yeah,
I got this from the neighbours when they bought a new TV just to make it look like I was rich.
What are you doing with that box?
Matt, I'm patching the roof. What are you doing?
Right, but yeah, we should. I'd like to buy some more merch from different teams.
We will get to the miners.
We will get to the miners. Yeah. Obviously, NFC One Central. So the first game, two games.
Just 2 games. Ignore the third one. It was a bye.
Yeah. I'm not counting that.
So Scunthorpe, Darlington.
Yeah, 64-0 to Scunthorpe.
Oh.
Central further north than Scotland. Oh yeah, the Scotland one's at the top.
Yes, they are. Yeah. Okay, should we do that then? NFC Scottish.
Yeah,
you're right. Why didn't Inverclyde and Glasgow happen?
Glasgow because Glasgow played Aberdeen, so they were like double booked in Baffa's system.
Oh right, yeah.
So I didn't know it. So every week I look at make sure that the fixtures that was at the start, like that we pull from the League Republic, are still relevant. And I looked at them and I saw, there's 17 on our site and 18 on theirs. And then looked through them. I was like, that's the one missing. And then I changed the date for it, so it's now showing up on our.
Mate, we didn't even do a prediction for.
No, because it wasn't there. It was we only had 17 fixtures, so we had the correct fixtures.
Oh, okay.
But I saw League Republic had an extra one, and I didn't think to check to see if any of the other teams were in there. So I need to just remove that one and put it. I think it's next week.
Okay. Let's just ignore that then. Highland Stags played Clyde Valley Blackhawks. We both picked the Stags, and convincing win. This was this sort of follows on from what we said about Stags pre-season. That I think now we have to wait until they play Glasgow, because Glasgow were a Div 1 team coming down and Stags were a Div 2 team coming up.
Yeah.
So but Glasgow, as we'll talk about very shortly, strong performance from Aberdeen. Just looking at the scores, 11-point difference. Like, I don't know if there was garbage time. Maybe Kwame can fill us in. He seems to be the garbage man.
He's got a list of all the garbage times.
Mate, knows it all. Knows it all. He knows where every in the country he can drive to any house and go Wednesday, garbage day. Thursday, garbage day.
Just carry on.
Knocking on the doors. You need to put your bins out, mate. Mate, Kwame loves it. No, so it will be the telling point for that division will be Glasgow versus Highland, because I thought Highland were going to romp it, but it will be interesting.
I must admit, I didn't think, but it's. You don't obviously we don't know the inner workings. We don't know who's missing from games and all that sort of stuff.
But I don't care.
But Clyde Valley to the Highlands is a bit of a travel, and maybe they didn't travel that well.
Mate, I've got to go to Inverness. I'm going to go to Inverness for work.
Look,
I've got to drive from Newcastle to Inverness.
This is about the Clyde Valley Blackhawks.
They're both in Scotland, so it's not that much of a trek when I've got to come from fucking Newcastle.
So
I'm gonna be in Glasgow tomorrow.
I was very surprised about Clyde Valley being shut out in that game.
I wasn't.
Yeah. I thought the Stags were going to win as we did in the predictions, but I didn't think it would be such a convincing win.
basing it on how the matchups went last year and not knowing anything else about the team, yeah, I'll be in Inverness. I'm in Glasgow tomorrow, and then on Wednesday as well. But based on the results for the Stags versus the Blackhawks from last year, are you looking at Kwame's?
No, I'm looking at Tony's the stats, the rushing yards.
420. Yeah, that's for you to have 420 rushing yards. We'll talk. Alan, I'll finish what I'm saying about the Stags.
Sorry, mate. Yeah,
the Stags handled Clyde Valley handily last year. I didn't think that was going to be any different. Because looking at the direction that both programs were taking from the beginning of last year to the end of last year, if anything, I felt like the Highland Stags were going to have more players wanting to play for them because they're a franchise or a fucking team on the rise, whereas Clyde Valley looks like
franchise.
Yeah.
Calm down, Oz. Calm down.
It was a 6-0 last year. We only played once. It was a 6-0 win. Yeah, and they struggled against everybody else. And you guys handily beat everybody else. I did not think that there was going to be any issue beating Clyde Valley. Like I mentioned in the preview show that I didn't think there was going to be any. Like I didn't think Clyde Valley were going to challenge. I thought it was going to be. For some reason, I thought it was going to be Aberdeen. But I'm going to have to amend that to Glasgow because 420 rushing yards. As we move on to the next game, Glasgow 31, Aberdeen 20. 420 rushing yards.
That's amazing. But at the same time, with 420 rushing yards,
and you only put up 31 points.
Yeah.
That was what I was like, did you not?
You know, is that just that they had really good special teams? They were pinned back a lot and were able to just get some breakaway fucking plays. And
I'm sitting there thinking, I'm like, are you not passing the ball at all? Because 420 total yards is,
that's a good game.
It's a good game, and it's a 30-point game.
You've driven the ball effectively over 4 times the length of the field.
Yeah,
that's
why you've got 4 scores.
You spread that across some series, like you probably, you normally get the ball around the 20-30, right? Let's say it was a 100-yard field, that's 60-70 yards to drive.
Yeah.
It's a
weather game. We should have known about this one. Glasgow Aberdeen. That's going to be some weather. Do we know was it an away game for Glasgow?
So it was up in Aberdeen.
Yeah. So that's just a fucking shithouse way to go. It's up there
on the East Coast, isn't it?
Yeah. It's up there. I don't think they've ever seen the sun.
And they did hand us 40 yards behind the line of scrimmage each time. Yeah. So how did we predict that? You picked Aberdeen, if I remember.
I think you had the Tigers, I had the Roughnecks. Yeah, so I picked Aberdeen.
I'm the best.
You are 3 from 3 at the moment.
Yeah. This is cool. I'm sure you'll pull it back. Okay, so let's move on now to then 4 for 4. I am.
No, that's a website.
Huh?
I'm just fucking with you.
Is that some?
There's a website called 4for4.com.
I don't know. That's beyond my realm of understanding.
They do fantasy football stuff.
Of course, I should have known that. It was sleeting in Inverness yesterday. Aberdeen wouldn't have been much better.
Yeah. So
Tony shared a link, but we can't look at it.
Yeah, well, that's a mighty fine looking link there, Tony. Thank you.
Yeah. That's one of the best links I've ever seen.
I've not seen a link like that in a while. I'll tell you.
Yeah, it's been a few years for posting that. Yeah. Right. Anyway, let's move on to the NFC Central, or back to the NFC Central.
Back to the NFC Central. So, back down the A1.
The Scunthorpe Alphas just turned the steam over. 64-0.
Just killed them.
I'm not surprised by the scoreline. I don't know. Like it just. I love the Alphas. They're just continually getting better all the time. Darlington a bit of a rough patch.
Yeah, that's the thing. Like the steam. I think they got handled last week as well, if I remember rightly.
Sounds right. Let's have a look. Yeah, you're right. Hold on, let me just pull it up because I've got access to our website, which has got all that information. No, they're not even. No, they didn't play.
Was it week 1 then?
Week 1 then.
They struggled. Yeah, they got slapped by the Rams, 62-0.
Why can't I find that thing?
Well, because you're not looking in
yeah,
the
got
right
it.
place. Yeah, they got slapped.
62
They got
nil, yeah.
slapped 62-0. So
They've lost both their
I was
games.
going to say they're averaging 63-point losses at the moment in their 2 games, and they haven't scored a point.
But they haven't played it at home yet. Maybe that's the secret formula.
Well, they've also played. Well, actually, because Scunthorpe was a Div 2 team last year, they played Yorkshire in week 1. So Yorkshire was a strong Div 1 team that was pushing for
decent
promotion last season. Yeah, so they were with Scunthorpe. We've kind of been wondering what the measuring stick is for them because they were very good last year.
Yeah,
and we were like, but they were in a shit division. You know, they had like Boo Lightning and other shit like that going on. So we were like, well, how strong are they? You know, comparatively when they're in just a terrible division, they had like Doncaster in there. Like, it was just woeful. But now, if we use it as a measuring stick, Scunthorpe is looking like they can compete with, you know, Northumberland and Yorkshire and
I hope so. Like, that's what we said. I think that's our exact words a few weeks ago was I hope they can you know, like hang with them at least, you know.
That was the thing. It's like, if they can, it'll be amazing.
Yeah. So like well done to the Alphas there. And then moving on,
commiserations to the team. Here's hoping it's not too much of a long season before you're back down playing teams like Donny again.
Yeah. What a kick. Wow, Donny. Oh my god. Anyway, right. Northumberland Vikings 42, Lancashire Wolverines 0. So that's 2 shutout home wins in the SFC One Central, NFC One Central. Sorry.
Yeah, and we both thought the Vikings. I thought the Vikings were going to handle them pretty comfortably because they did last year.
Yeah, and I said Lancashire are a hot and cold team. And like they remind me of the Birmingham Bulls. They can be excellent, and then they can. Well,
they haven't had their 3 weeks of summer yet, so they're not running hot just yet, and they're getting slapped by Northumberland.
Who did I pick Wolverines for this one?
No, we both picked the Vikings.
I wasn't even feeling generous. I was just So I'm guessing so far I've just got them all right, and
you're 5 from 5.
If this was penalties, I would have won a World Cup.
Right, anyway. And that's a deluded English football fan, right?
That's how we think. Yeah,
that's how you think. That's how it's coming. That's how it's coming home.
It's like a PTSD thing. Give me 5, and you're like 5 penalty kicks. We can't even do that. Fucking Germans always beat us. This result surprised and disappointed me. I hate draws, and I hate draws in games like this.
Birmingham Chester.
NFC One South. Yeah, Birmingham Bulls 6, Chester Romans 6.
Yeah, especially because we both picked the Romans to win as well, and nobody won, so we're losers.
They didn't lose. We picked, you know.
We picked someone to win. Nobody won.
If you look at how we picked Chester Romans to win. We picked the Birmingham Bulls to lose.
Yeah.
And they didn't lose.
No, but we didn't pick the Birmingham Bulls to lose. We picked the Chester Romans to win.
But in order for the Romans to win, the Bulls must lose, and that didn't happen.
No, because it could have been a walkover, it could have been a disqualification, it could have been anything.
None of that happened. The game is finished, and it's a draw, and it's just a 0.5.
And the only people that lose are bad.
Yeah. Exactly what I just fucking said. 0.5 points.
Yeah, the Kwame, the rubbish.
Picking up points. I still haven't dropped everything. You were wrong twice.
See, this is the logic. This is the logic of how this is how Arsenal fans delude themselves into thinking they had the best season ever because they call their team the Invincibles because they didn't lose. They didn't fucking win every game, and they lost league cups and they lost everything else. But because they didn't lose a Premier League game, they're invincible.
That year, did they not do a treble that year?
No,
I can't remember.
Nah,
2004. I remember the year. Draws like that.
And I don't even care about soccer.
After the missus stuck out.
I've never had that misfortune, Nathan. So
your missus hasn't stunk out my toilet for ages, Nathan.
Prayers up for Nathan.
Our trophy is gold. Right. Anyway, let's get back to this Birmingham Bulls thing. What are your thoughts on it? When I saw 6-0, I was like, oh, you know, I'd imagine
what happened.
I'd like. There's a story there that's
just the most boring game, game of football.
If it turns out that was 4 field goals, then I'm really disappointed.
No, I'm not. If it's 4 field goals, I'm really happy because you lambasted Brit ball kicking. You said you're like, nah, not good enough to kick in these divisions. It's all touchdowns. It's all 2-point conversions.
Well, it should
But
be.
if it's 4 field goals, mate, these guys quite possibly have some quality kickers because
It means they can't score.
You'd be under pressure. Be under pressure.
It means you got within field goal range of the end zone and decided, oh, we can't go any further. We have to kick.
Touchdown each, downpour Quagmire. Giggity. See, this is what I'm talking about. So... This is what I'm talking about. Britain is not built for inclement weather. Like, your field's a shithouse. It's everybody's like, football's a summer sport, but there's very few like football, American, like gridiron football specific fields in the country. It's all like rugby field, like converted rugby fields or soccer fields. They're fucking winter sports.
Yeah.
They should be prepared for shitty weather.
And that's the other thing, that you go from like this quagmire type ground, and then the conditions are good for about 2 weeks, and then it's rock hard.
Yeah.
Rock hard ground.
And the moment you hit that dirt, you've just got grazers.
Yeah, just graze all over.
Yeah. And then the other alternative is playing on 4G, which is just grazers 24/7.
Yeah. They change it about kickers.
They played shit because their garbage day was cancelled. You need to change your name, Kwame. You are the garbage man.
Who's this Nomis? The Nomis is ready for a fight.
Who are you talking about?
Grey's Anatomy. Ryan's fucking. He's ready. He's ready with his joke book.
Is this? It's got to be Simon. Simon.
Yeah.
Mac. Ooh. Mac.
Oh, I know that
Mackerel.
He was a QB for the Pumas. Simon
Mackerel.
Yeah. He was a QB for the Pumas. I remember him.
No, Oz is not a Spurs fan. Oz is a Newcastle United fan. So Oz is fucking stoked.
Right, let's move on. Let's get through. So I don't think that 6-all doesn't tell us much, unfortunately.
Apparently,
good defenses, could be stingy defenses, but then
Stags versus Blackhawks had a 0-0 tie in 2021. Why'd you even bother stepping on the field? Like, you've just wasted 60 minutes.
Yeah, it's awful.
Like, can you imagine busting your ass for 60 minutes and then they're like, right, that's game's over, no one's done anything. Like you can't even nil-all. You can't even get
nil-all.
Fucking no. You can't even get to within field goal range. You can't even get fucking safety. No, terrible.
Right, let's move on. So the next one, SFC One Central. The London Hornets get the away win 20-0.
50 Shades of Greys.
We're just gonna have loads of great that was just a passing comment as well.
I know. Talking about people have got some deep-seated hatred for 4G fields.
Yeah.
These are the ones that come out in the in the team group chat when you find out you're playing on like a real shit 4G field.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Right. So SFC Central, the Blitzby versus Hornets.
Yeah, Blitzby's nothing. Which really surprised me. London Hornets 20.
It should really surprise you because you picked the Blitzbees and I picked the Hornets.
Yeah, because I said this was like quite an evenly matched game, and you picked one and I said I'll pick the other.
Here come the excuses.
Yeah, fuck it. No, I stand by my Blitzby. I'm cool with that. But I again, another the number of shutout games that we're getting at the moment is unreal, and I didn't expect this to be a shutout on either side.
Yeah, I heard. I spoke to one player very briefly from the Blitzbees, and he just said it was a painful game from their perspective. They just didn't play well at all.
The Greys escaped.
Yeah, I know. I'm just.
Move on. But
yeah, that's where coaches say it's still 0-0. We can do it.
Yeah, you hear that?
That's only after you're down 50. They never say that.
Where I've been live streaming the games, I've obviously been on a load of different sidelines recently, and even going back into the Uniball, season as well. Yeah. We started it in the Uniball.
All right, reset, lads. It's still 0-0.
Mate, I've heard people say it every game I've been at.
Oh, the
But some
cliches.
people as early as after the first touch, like they've scored a touchdown.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And someone's like, "Yeah, 0-0."
Reset.
Like,
Well, see, that's the problem. See, that's
like,
why
you're
you
trying
get
to get
mad.
that in first, are you? Like,
No, but that's why you're mad because they're saying 0-0.
whatever.
They're
however
not
they put
coming
it.
out. They're not coming out and going right. Still 0-0 because you'd have a chuckle.
Yeah.
If you heard someone on the sideline that wasn't me go, "Yep, 0-0," you'd be like, "Ha, 0-0."
I remember playing for a team once, and a coach said it at half time, like it's still 0-0. And there was it really annoyed one of the players, and he was like muttering to himself, like, "No, it's not 0. We scored 30 points." And he really but he wasn't brave enough to tell the coach it.
Oh,
like,
you pussy! Call them
but
no.
it properly vexed him that it was like, and he understood a lot about psychology and psychology of sport. So like,
he's obviously pissed off because he scored 3 touchdowns and the coach gone, "No, they don't count." And he's like, "But coach,
we're wiping those off the.
I'm having a great game." And he's like, "No, come on, 3 more."
0-0, I told you.
0.
Yeah, 0, yeah. Anyway, yeah. So that
that throws the Blitz Bees back into. For me, it puts them back into sort of the muddle that is the middle of that division.
Yeah.
And I'm starting to see the Hornets.
I have played at Finsbury Park. I've won there. Have you, Kwame?
Steve didn't even need to play to win. He was just standing on the sideline just watching.
Yeah, it's rough. It's rough there. But great for you great for you watching because they got a little bit of a stand, and then those that are brave enough stand on top of the roof there, don't they? And they get like the best view ever of a game. That's why we wanted to do some live streams there, but it didn't happen. But anyway,
yeah, I think the rest of I think the Blitz B sort of fall back into the muddle that is the rest of that division, and I still think the Hornets are going to win this division personally, and I think this helps them separate themselves from the pack a little bit.
Okay, SFC One West. I went I think we both went Apache.
We both went Apache.
1 point, done by 1 point.
But the thing is, right? What does that say?
It's just a mess.
About the well, it is a bit of a mess, but does that mean that we've just got sort of 2 clear Hertfordshire and Bournemouth? Is that?
Oh yeah, well, it's funny because when I was at the game, yesterday, both Hertfordshire and Oxford players were saying to me, "Oh, Bournemouth, surprise package. It's going to be people are already jumping to the conclusion that that one result means that they're and it's a
mate,
good
result. It's quite funny. It's quite funny though.
But there can be this merry-go-round of rock beats paper.
We beat it is. It's 100%. It's the paper scissors rock conundrum. But at the same time, it's quite amusing to me that we talk about how it was sort of a surprise package for Bournemouth to do that when they won like 8 games last year.
Yeah.
Like how many did? Hang on, let me find it. Bloody hell! 7 games. They went 7-3 last year. They played 10 games, went 7-3. So it's like it's the amazing. Like they finished 1 game behind Rushmore and Hertfordshire, and then I wonder if there's always been a little bit of disrespect towards Bournemouth, and I know because I used to have it. Like when Bournemouth was in D2. They were sort of seen as the in the same sort of vein as like Portsmouth and things like that because like
they were a new team.
Yeah, they were a newish team, and they would split the game. Like they'd split the series with Portsmouth, and so it was like and they'd finish sort of 6-4 or 5-5 and sort of things. So I wonder if that disrespect is still sort of carrying on for them, but because the fact is they dismantled Rushmore last week. They haven't played this week, and then Rushmore and Bristol 1 point game. Very, very close. Hertfordshire, comfortable victory against the Saints.
Yeah.
Rushmore had a comfortable victory, semi-comfortable, like a 2-score win against the Saints. So the Saints firmly in the bottom there. But then we've got sort of Rushmore a little bit, like Rushmore and Bristol down there. And everybody's like, "Oh, well, Bournemouth is quite a surprise." It's like they won 7 fucking games last year.
I don't think it's a surprise. But I also don't think it's set in stone that, like I said, the whole rock paper scissors thing, right? I still think there's going to be split results between all different teams in this league.
Oh
I
yeah,
think
well
it's going to
that
be a
was the thing.
tight league.
I remember that like I said it last week when they played Rushmore last season, they split the series against Rushmore. Yeah. So I think they lost both against Hertfordshire. There is South Wales as well. I don't rate South Wales.
Like South Wales is good. I don't like them.
I put them
because of that. They let that dickhead play for so long.
Oh yeah,
it still leaves a sour taste for me. I just think he should never have played. But
was that just me?
What?
I just heard like a massive sound in my. Oh, no, don't worry.
But
it's
so South Wales need to be we don't know we don't know how they're gonna play. They seem to be doing all the right moves off of the field.
South Wales hasn't been good since like 2016. Like that's the way that I look
at it.
They
were decent then, weren't they? Oh my god.
They haven't been good since like 2015, 2016. So it's like, and my brain goes, yeah, well that's just a couple of years ago. It's fucking not. 7 years ago. Like it is a long time ago. Yeah. And then so LL Cool P dropping the stats in.
As always.
16 winning streak for the Apache that's now gone. So Aaron said that should have won on Sunday. More to come from the Apache, but love playing competitive.
Yeah, that's it. The Apache aren't out because of this 1 point. You know, that's a close game.
No, they are firmly still in the mix there.
So we need, we've got the last team to come into this, the South Wales Warriors, to start playing games.
Where do you think they come in?
Conference in Britball.
So if we're saying Hertfordshire's at the top right now based on two strong performances. We've got to sort of slit. I think we are. Are you not?
No, I'm obviously. I don't know if it's obvious, but I'm biased. I don't like letting go of the fact that.
But who are you biased for? For Rushmore, for Bristol,
and I like the Knights.
And
I do have an element of the Bournemouth mental block, but I do.
I think you do. I think you do. Yeah, I think you're like Bournemouth. It's got good beaches. Football shite. It's like I look at it and I see Hertfordshire at the top. Bournemouth chilling up there with them, right? They've had one game, so at the moment,
fair enough. I think that's a fair assumption.
Based on their performance last season, and then how comprehensive their victory was against Rushmore. I've got them up there with Hertfordshire. Then you've got the middle part of, at the moment, it's just Rushmore and Bristol side by side. Like Oxford is clearly at the bottom. I said it at the start. I thought Oxford was getting relegated. I still think Oxford's getting relegated.
Right.
Where does South Wales fit in, though? Do you think they come in below, like clearly below Rushmore and Bristol and above?
And in my heart, they come bottom.
So below Oxford?
Yeah, that's what I want.
Oh, okay. Right. Well, what about with your head, Steve?
Yeah, I don't know. Do you know what? I think they're going to overperform.
It's not hard. They won 3 games last year.
Yeah, I think they're going to do better than last year. I think they're going to have a winning season.
They won 3 games last year, and they were in a division with Portsmouth and Oxford.
Oops, sorry, I was putting my heat.
I don't know. I feel like it could be fucking 6 one, half dozen the other.
Kwame's got hopes. Have you seen this? He's got hopes of a draft.
A Uniball draft. Yeah. But I would love it, but at the same time, then it just creates fucking chaos. And absolute chaos.
Don't talk about the UKFL. It's a fuck.
You'll get Steve waving his angry old man stick if you talk about the UKFL. It's a Ponzi scheme as far as he's concerned.
Everyone's just getting chatted up at the bar. That's what's happening, right?
Mate, they're taking your money. They're taking your money. It is, mate. It's a pyramid scheme.
I'd love it to work, but it ain't, not with the people that are running it. The people in charge of it. They're
not even a CAF player. Can you imagine? Dunfermline Kings get the number 1 overall Uniball pick, and that dude from Bristol has to go play for the Dunfermline Kings. You've spent your winter in lovely Bristol playing uni ball and enjoying the southwest. Now you got to fuck off up to Dunfermline for the summer, just as the weather's supposed to be getting good.
And you're looking that's it. In the UK, you'd be like, nah, fuck you.
You're looking to enjoy the summer in the southwest, and next thing you know, it's like, no, you're off to Dunfermline, mate.
Yeah, nah, fuck
and it's some Yankee boy who's come over just to play uni ball, gets drafted up, has to go play his weekends in Aberdeen. You'd be fuming.
Yeah, well, and I mean, we'll see. It'd be interesting to see what happens with the UKFL, but they've already knocked it back a year. It's just...
mate, the thing is, right? There's so many teams that are associated with just like terrible places that you'd be so negged if you got drafted somewhere. Like, can you imagine, like, you come out of fucking, like, you're an American, you come out of college, you're not good enough to make the NFL or the USFL or the CFL or any of those. You know what? I'll go to the UK. I can get a scholarship. I can do my masters. I can go just still play football, still have fun. And then you finish that, and next thing you know, they're like, right, you're off to Doncaster. I'm off to where?
Yeah, we got a great team in Grimsby for you, mate. You fucking they're gonna love you.
We've got the shocker of a town in South Yorkshire that you're gonna absolutely fucking hate. Like, off to Halton, away you go. Like, it would. Oh my god! Like, it's not even the football side of it that would be the bad thing for the draft. It's just having to pick your life up and just go fucking live in Darlington. Like, I'd be fuming.
Right, let's move on. SFC 2 East, or down to Div 2.
Yeah.
Sussex Thunder 8, Gloucester, Colchester Gladiators 20. This is this may not be the result, by the way, but I picked it up because one of the teams said, "Oh, this was how the game ended." It was the Thunder that posted with the score on their official site, so that's why I took the score. Normally, I wouldn't do that. I'd wait for the result, but apparently, it ended in the third quarter, and I still need to check if this fourth quarter rule comes in. I know it's prevalent in Uniball because you had teams playing the Bullets, like the UE Bullets, and they were like, "Well, we're going to quit in the fourth quarter because then it can't be considered a forfeit," and they just take the score there. So that's how I know about the rule. Because it manifested itself a lot last year, or the season just gone. There
we go. So thunderstorm.
They had a thunderstorm. So it's been a running joke. Like, the game was called off because of thunder. But it was 20-8 at the time. I don't think there's much to really talk about with it. It was just, there was still a lot of time to play in the game. You can come back quite easily from 2 scores down like that. Like it's there's not much to really pull from it. I don't think.
I look at it, and it was kind of how we assumed.
Lining up for the first play of the fourth quarter. So if that's the case, then and that rule's in place, then that would stay. That
would be
we'll keep an eye on it, and we'll post about it.
Because we had.
They know we smoked them.
Let's go.
Brilliant.
It's like, I love it. Absolutely love it.
Yeah, it's quality. I love all that stuff, man.
But it's they never shipped. I said, right? I said that I could get it collected from DPD, right? And I just got dust in the chat.
Twice from Tebs. He's probably watching as well.
Yeah, he is. I saw him in the comments earlier on.
Answer Oz on Discord.
Tebs, like, I can get it fucking collected through my work. Like, I can get DPD to turn up at the geezer's house, pick it up off him.
He's not at the house.
We'll tell him to fucking go there and meet the DPD driver there.
Kwame's fucking been quite chirpy today, isn't he? It's good.
Oh, mate, that's what happens. That's what happens when you don't have a game. You don't have to worry about. You can afford to get chirpy after you've had a week to rest your wounds after getting the shit kicked out of you by the Warriors.
Nick Heim, 12-point smoking. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, mate. Honestly, it's we've got
We will see you next Sunday,
mate. We've got we've got the Glads and fucking Thunder having a go at each other in the chat.
Yeah, this is good fun.
Let's
Keep
go.
going.
If it's any consolation, we both pick the Gladiators to win. Fuck it, Thunder.
What do you think about their uniforms? Yeah.
We both picked the Glads to win. We both thought they were good. Yeah, we'll just fucking stir the pot. Didn't think you had a chance.
Hey, by the way, anyone else out there that wants to take a pop at a rival, just feel free to do so.
Yeah, we've got an opinion on it.
Right.
Yeah. Looking at the rest, what do you think? What do you think that means for the rest of the division? What do you think it means for the rest of the division, though?
Nothing.
Because if you look,
it means anything.
You take nothing away from that.
No, I don't think you can. I don't think it's fair. It wasn't a full game, and so tell me, answer this: is it feasible that the Thunder could come back and score 2 touchdowns and win that game?
No, because I picked the Gladiators to win.
All right. I think it is.
Because I thought going into that game that the Glads were going to win. So in my mind, at the end of the third quarter, leading into the fourth, the Glads would just put up more points in the fourth.
Yeah.
That's how I sort of approached it. I thought the Thunder were going to lose. Like I thought Colchester was going to beat them, and 12 points seems like an adequate margin of victory of what I was sort of expecting, like 12 to 15 points.
And it's 75% of the game played.
Yeah, 75% of the game played, 75% of the fucking points scored. Like,
yeah, and so what if the other 25% of the points came from? What would that be? 28.
It'd be 7 points. So then you end up with a 20-15. Colchester still wins.
Yeah. I admit it does favour. And then we're asking the Gladiators.
And then we're asking Kwame how much of it was garbage time.
Yeah. I'm surprised he didn't just comment all caps, garbage time.
Or just garbage game.
So they stopped the game before garbage time, did they?
Yeah. He's fuming. He turned up. He turned up to the sideline, getting ready to watch, and they're like, "Nah, no garbage time, mate. Sorry, 12 points isn't enough."
So I think you can take away from that the Gladiators are probably a stronger team than
we've got them chirping each other in the fucking in the comments. Are they playing again this week? Is it a reverse fixture?
They said something like wait until.
Yeah, no, it is. It's literally it's a flip fixture.
Oh, brilliant.
So we'll talk about that once we've finished with the scores, because this will be stopped at halftime because the refs thought they were garbage. It's very easy to talk shit from the Prem, isn't it? Like Kwame's on a pedestal looking down. He can just chat shit to every other team, just forgetting the fact that he needed lube to walk up the stairs after the hiding the Warriors gave him last week.
Right, come on, let's move on. We've got 5 more.
There's always a bigger fish, Kwame. Sabres. Yeah, I suppose. Then that's when they go to Europe. Sabres and Mavericks.
Oh, so now
or
you've
even
heard
Manchester.
Of European football.
Yeah, I just didn't know it was called Elf. Sabres Mavericks, 15-18.
Yeah, closer than I thought, but the result
you had the Mavericks, and I thought it'd be the Sabres.
Why you come play for the Thunder, then you can talk every you're talking.
Why would I want to come play for you when I think you're going to lose? I'd go play for the other team that's going to beat you.
Then can play an extra 15 minutes in return. Fixture to avoid garbage time. You smell like fish.
I can play an extra. Yeah, I don't want to play for you guys.
Yeah, that's not Ryan. I just got to say that's a really poor recruitment strategy, mate. If you've got a bunch of people that are at the Thunder because of that type of challenge, you're probably not going to last much longer.
You probably end up with a result like last year. It's just no. It's a long way. It's a long way to travel to just play for a losing team.
Yeah. Right, Essex. So yeah, Sabres.
I thought the Sabres. I thought the Sabres were going to win this. I thought coming into this, based on their performance last season, how they were so dominant in division and stuff. I thought that they were going to still back up that performance, but I don't know how it's worked. I don't know how it's worked with whether they've lost players or people have headed somewhere else.
I think it was the I alluded to this in our pre-season show, didn't I? Like they seem to have signed a lot of players. A lot of players have gone to the Mavericks.
Are you talking about? Yeah, you're talking about East
Yeah,
Kent as
so that's
opposed to
what I
East
mean.
Essex.
I don't necessarily think Essex Sabres have got worse. I
Well,
just
but
think
this is the
they haven't
second game because
improved
they
as much
dropped.
as the Mavericks have.
They dropped in week 1 as well, so they're now
They're
0-2.
Yeah, I know.
Because
Mental,
they lost to Ipswich.
Ryan Piteworth has left the chat.
You guys want to see a dead body?
Yeah.
There we go. So Sabres apparently lost a lot. Yeah, that was what I was wondering because for how it is in terms of the performance that what we're Sussex blunder.
Sussex plunder.
Stop.
Brilliant.
We're gonna make some enemies.
What,
for how that yeah. We're gonna stop it. For how the I can't be asked to her his shit.
Oh, well, you're still here, aren't you?
I don't know what that means.
He means here.
Does he mean I can't be
still here then?
Does he mean he can't be asked to hear his shit?
To hear, yeah.
Right.
He might have been auto-corrected twice there. I feel I'm sympathising with him here.
Okay. Can we? Are we able to post in the comments?
Yeah. Type a message at the bottom on the right on the
cool.
chat overlay. Have you got the opportunity?
I don't know.
Have you not
can
got it?
Can you just link that into the comments for me, please?
That's harsh. Why is it? No, I don't see. I don't abide this taking a piss out of.
Thank you.
Out of the spelling because I'm like I do it all the time. I message stuff and I'm going to switch auto correct.
Yeah, but it's because you've got like toes for thumbs, so you're just fucking like clubbing at the fucking.
But, no, you can. So that's what he's saying. He can't be asked to hear it. He's probably gone. I don't know why you would poke. Why not just like why mention that you're doing like? Was it what does someone say? It's like a. This isn't an airport. You don't need to announce your departure.
Turn up at a party you're not wanted at, and then just shouting, "Fine, I'm leaving!" as you drive away. Hope you all get shut down. Right. So you don't. Are you not worried for the rest of the Sabres season, so to speak? Like they've dropped to 0-2. It's not like we've got a fucking 16-game season or something for them to be able to turn it around. And we've been told, like, again, it's just from comments.
Yeah.
But they've said they've lost a lot of coaches and players.
That's the first time I've heard anything about, behind the scenes at the Sabres. So, yeah, maybe it does point to trouble there.
And then obviously you mentioned...
They've been a team on the up, haven't they?
Yeah, well, that was the thing. Like, especially after how they finished last season, going into playoffs, into promotion playoffs and stuff. Obviously not getting promotion, but, the realignment and everything worked out in their favour, we thought. And then now, as you mentioned, East Kent's recruited really well, and it's a strong scoreline though. 3 points either way.
Yeah, that's another good point. There, so they got hammered. So I wouldn't say season over for them at this point.
It's possibly some alarm bells.
Start.
Possibly some alarm bells. Okay. Are we off to the SFC West? The SF2? Yeah. Did we really two safeties from Torbay? Is that what that is?
Yeah, it is. It can only be 2 safeties.
Do we reckon that's more like a Somerset, like just bad positional, like running out the back of the end zone when you're trying to make a Hail Mary play sort of thing, as opposed to
snap over the head of
something out there.
They would have been pinned back to be able to do that. Yeah, for that to happen.
It could have just been that. So if anybody doesn't know, Somerset 48, Torbay 4.
Yeah, sorry.
Is what we're looking at. So two safeties. But it could be that Torbay had to punt and managed to get it down. Yeah, 2 bad snaps apparently.
I know this game.
But all that means is Torbay struggled on offense, managed to have a decent punt. Like it's not necessarily.
It means that Somerset scored all the points.
Yeah. Mate, that centre outscored. He's like, I scored 4 points today.
So yeah, I think we both predicted the Wyverns.
Oh yeah, yeah. No,
win,
I did not think that was going to be a close matchup in any way, shape, or form.
I think I'm actually at peace with the next score. So Cornwall Monarchs 23, Portsmouth Dreadnoughts 38.
We thought.
Can you guys put up the results? We can. Just don't want to. I thought you want to watch us. And we also lose the chat if we put up the results.
Did Torbay? Yeah. See, this is a question that Glenn's wondering. Like, I was sort of pondering this as well. Did Torbay finish the year? Because I don't know how Torbay.
I don't know. I don't know much about him, Glenn.
No, but I don't know how Torbay gets a favourable result. Like, I don't see how in this division Torbay has a favourable result at all. Like,
I just noticed loads of our bloody logos have reverted back to the old versions of them. I need to speak to Dom.
Yeah, you're gonna let's put the scores up and show everybody how shit the website is.
Yeah, give me a sec. I'll put it up.
But no, so you want to talk about the Cornwall Dreadnoughts game? Yeah, the 38-20.
Yeah. So I said I think the Dreadnoughts are going to win, it being a high scoring game, fairly high scoring game both ways.
Apparently,
that's cool.
Apparently, Portsmouth travelled very well in terms of numbers down to Cornwall because it was an away game for Portsmouth.
Yeah, and that's what I said. I thought they would travel well.
Yeah. So Stuart said Stuart's replying on par for Portsmouth. So he's saying played quite well, had a few touchdowns taken back due to flags, massive improvement from last year. That helps when you get relegated and you're playing in a weaker division, and your just opposition isn't as good.
Yeah,
you're going to get you'd hope that you would have improvements when you drop down and play worse teams. Jeff said Torbay are much stronger than previous years, still doing well with recruitment and development. They need to show it on the field because nothing I have seen in their 2 games so far tells me that that they're doing better than they did.
Let me just get this screen share up. Are you
bringing up the scores? Are you?
Yeah. Oh look, we can fit it all in. That looks so shit,
mate. It doesn't.
Is that better?
Yeah, that's all right. They don't need us.
Yeah, I like us.
I know you do.
Yeah. So sorry about these logos. They've reverted back to the previous.
Mate, it's not December.
Found out why.
I think it's, There's a few others. I think.
Yeah, there is. It was a shit out of me. So yeah, let's not focus on it.
Okay. Cornwall only had that's a bit piss poor for a home game, right? If Portsmouth travelling from Portsmouth to Cornwall with 48 and Cornwall's only kidding 20, 27, 28 at a home game, that's piss poor.
Portsmouth allow a team that have only got 27, 28 kitted to put 23 points on them.
Well, yeah, true.
It's not. It doesn't look good for Cornwall, unfortunately. That's a bleak picture. And
that's all right.
As BAFA start to tighten these rules on minimum squad numbers, they may fall foul of this. I don't know what they're called, house rules or whatever the fuck it is.
Mate, they'll be fine. They still get to play Torbay again.
No, but there's going to be like minimum squad number.
Yeah, but they can just bullshit it. Like, do we
really? No, that's going to be funny because it's about number of players that are in kit. Not necessarily that are fit. So
yeah,
like turn up with like a torn hamstring. As long as you sort of like stood there,
just fucking stand there and just hey.
Yeah, sideline rule. Yeah, I don't know what the rules are called, but yeah, sideline rules. Yeah, loads.
Oh, easily.
But I think it's by design. I think BAFA are trying to get some of these teams to form into bigger squads, bigger clubs. Less for them to manage. Less teams means less fixtures, means less problems with refs.
Yeah.
So, same amount of money with registrations because people are still registering to pay.
And I kind of agree with Kwame though, like where he's like maybe there's too many teams. I think there is too many teams in certain places. Like there are some teams that we could definitely just fucking wipe out and we would be none the worse for.
But yeah, so but this is the whole participation versus performance discussion again, and it's sort of like we're heading towards a direction where the pub team or the just I just want to have fun and play the sport isn't really what the national governing bodies seem to want to have in place. They'd rather have pushing for elitism, pushing for all teams to be high performance.
Which kind of negs me out a little bit because and I was about to say, I was like, yeah, I was literally about to have a big rant about just wiping out some of these shit teams, but then I was like, you know what? No, we need like pub level sports is like built into sort of the British psyche, and by extension, like where I'm from, like we fucking love a social team, like a turn up on Sunday on the pit, like social cricket is my fucking favorite sport in the world, and like this is how I'm planning on getting Baffer involved. Old Cricket Pete is going to be like,
you and him.
hello, here we go, mate. Social cricket is amazing because you just turn up, you get like if you're batting, you just sit on the fucking because it's obviously where we are, it's sunny, we have an actual summer, so you just sit on the sideline watching two dudes stand out in the middle baking while you're just sinking beers, and by the time it's time for you to go out, you can't fucking walk straight. You better hope you're bowling first, because if you're bowling second and you are hammered, it's not a good look. But it's amazing. I love it. And I was looking for a social cricket team up here, and the numbers are that it's just most of them will have like a prem and a seconds, and there's no thirds, there's no fucking take the piss. So
there's been quite a few comments coming. Kwame said this one here about, and I've said this before about having, so not saying public, but like participation is the nicer way of putting it. But I think that in order to have that participation, it's going to be hard to get 11v11, and that's where this whole 8-a-side format, which was tried really badly with the HGL a couple of years ago, but could actually prevail and do quite well for those people that just want to play some form of the game. So, but it's like I know there are efforts, there are like little breakaway efforts to create 8-a-side leagues, but it's it's going to be interesting to see how the sport progresses as they make more stricter rules on even field sizes are going to get more strict, and squad numbers, eligibility, number of coaches to train to certain levels. All of these are good things. Like you can't argue with any of them, but they're all about making the sport better and more elitist. And you're basically, it's pyramidal, right? Like at the sharp end of the league, there's fewer teams and fewer great players. And at the lower end, you've got more players, more Div 2 sides, etc. Well, the thing is that every single one of those players and the coaches that coach them are paying the same amount of membership fees to play.
That's exactly. If you take off that bottom thing, all your money's gone.
Yeah, like what? And I think what they think is, we'll redistribute that up to the upper echelons. But
yeah, if you're good enough to play for the Warriors, you can afford to pay 600 quid a year in registration fees.
Yeah, and not play.
Yeah.
So those rules make the sport less accessible. Means fewer people playing. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. 100%. So I'm interested. I don't know that the standard gets worse. I think overall, I think the standard will get better. It will just be more scarce of a sport. There won't be as much of a sport for the national governing body to manage.
Yeah.
And I don't like that. I think it shows a lack of vision and responsibility from the national governing body. Forfeits are a curse. That's what makes standards worse. Yeah, forfeits are awful. Yeah, but you know
what's not awful? The Lee Miners.
No, is that what we're moving on to next with the scores?
Yeah, 44-15 over the Railroaders.
Yeah.
This is the only Ryan's been sitting here just waiting in the comments for us.
Yeah, sorry, go on, Ryan. Go crazy.
Yeah, come on. No, you picked it. You had the Miners. You had the Miners win.
Did you have Crew?
This was one of the ones where it was going to be you pick and I take the opposite because they split it last year and I didn't know. So it was like, well, I'll just whichever one you take, I'll take the other one.
Yeah.
So yeah, you got the Miners on that one.
What I was not expecting. This was 40-40 at one point.
What?
Yes.
We'll give the Lee Miners a quick shout out because obviously we've looked at it. We've gone, oh well, we'll touch on it for a little bit more. What do you think it means for the division? Do you think Lee are division contenders now, like legitimate division contenders?
It would be cool. I think it's probably a step too far for them still.
Right.
I know they won't like hearing that, and I know that they'll play it every game as they're going to win, and that's what I love about them.
Oh, they're fuming at you now.
But I don't think it's almost think it's like not fair to try. If I sat here and said, yeah, Lee are going to do it and win it, it almost puts like undue pressure and unfair pressure on them. So I think it's fair to say, like, yeah, they'll be probably a mid-table good team, and I think a winning record for them is a very successful season.
Because what is their division?
Let's have a look.
Because I'm looking on ours on the divisions page, and we're missing a division.
Are we? Oh yeah.
We're missing Donny, Lee, Crew, Gateshead, whatever the fuck that division is.
Yeah, it's not there.
It's gone missing.
Like all the logos have reverted back, so I think there's been.
I don't care about your logos.
No, but that tells me there's been something that sort of jumped it backwards. So that's probably why. There's it probably is the league that's missing is a newly named league that we haven't had yet.
Yeah. So it's the so there we go. Yeah, they beat the yeah. So Ryan was saying they beat the Bombers, did this against Crew, and then if we remember last week the Surge was strong against them.
Yeah.
So we're missing that sort of division, which was like the Bombers. It's like Lincoln.
Yeah. I'll get Dom on it. Sorry. Yeah.
But does that, looking at that, then do we think, because if they beat the Bombers, right? It's not if they beat the Bombers. They did beat the Bombers, and it was quite a strong victory, if I remember. It was a week 1, and it was complete upset. I thought Lincoln were going to do it. They didn't get close. Well, ish. So they beat the Bombers. They lost to the Surge, but now they are
beat the Bombers.
Yeah, so that's a strong victory. That's a double-digit victory. You know, it's 2 scores.
Yeah.
Is it Staffordshire's?
This will be their league table.
Is this their div to win?
It's not even showing up. Sorry.
Yeah. Is it just Staffordshire and then everybody else that's left?
Staffordshire.
No. Wait, who's
the Staffordshire Surge?
It is the Surge. Yeah, because they lost to the Surge. They're in the same. Are they part of the cross div one?
Oh, I don't know, mate.
I just wish this website was cleaner, mate.
Because they lost Revolution. I think the Revolution are in that division as well, and I think they're going to do well.
Because I can't figure out what the hell, because there's the cross div things going on, so I can't figure out who's in what division.
No, that doesn't happen at this. It's only in like the southern.
Is it only in the southern? Is it?
Yeah.
Right. Okay.
I don't think it's happening at this level.
Okay, so is this division?
You've got Surge, Lee Miners, Railroaders, Shropshire, Bombers.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So then it's you think it's them and Surge, depending on what happens with the Revs. Is that a safe?
I think it's Revs and Surge above Lee Miners.
You reckon?
Yeah.
So, well, because they've obviously got.
Some people are putting Revs at the bottom.
I think they're just listing. I think they're just listing them out for us.
Sorry. Yeah, I think Surge and Revs, based on what we've seen with the Surge, I didn't really rate the Surge at the beginning of the season, but they seem decent.
The Surge. I think the Surge went undefeated last year, or they won. They made a lost one or something. Like they had no challenge last year whatsoever. So, no, it's interesting. I suppose we'll have to like people are saying we'll have to wait to see if Shropshire's going to do anything.
Yeah. Right, let me show you. Just while we're on the website, I just want to show you guys some stuff very quickly. So I don't know if people know this, but you can have a profile and log in on our site. And I just want to quickly show off something that we just started doing, right? So you can actually capture your playing experience or coaching experience, measurable. So I've put like that I can bench 110. I've only put this in as like I was showing someone today because we added this. You can capture all of like your measurements, so like your cardio, your height, your weight, and then you can put them at the top of your profile. and then you can put your achievements as well. So like what we're starting to do is build out profiles for people, and then we're going to build like a talent network. And I just wanted to show that off. Another thing you can do, which is ready now. So if you go to like articles, you can actually create your own article on our website.
Oh, don't show them that. I'm going to get a hate article written about me by the entire Thunder team.
It's up to them. But like, so you can post your own, and it's like got this full editable thing. So you can drag images into it, and it's quite decent. So if you guys, and you can only post a blog. I've got an option to do other things because I'm admin. But yeah, you can post your own blog post about anything you want on Sport Tank. The good stuff that gets looked at, we will actually post on our social media as well. And then what will happen is any articles that you post, if you click on articles on your own profile, they'll pop up here so you can see, and you get points for the amount of views or activity you get on your articles. So yeah, just thought I'd let you guys know that that's available, and we're going to be adding more stuff to it as the months go by. But yeah, just wanted to let people know, because we've got about 6,000 or 7,000 people registered on the website. So if you've got a login and you've bought something from our website, you will have a profile, and you can then build it out. We're going to start doing competitions for people building it out and stuff. But anyway, right.
So this is what you're doing when you can't fix the divisions.
Well, yeah, this is what me and Dom do.
This is I don't do it
because I don't know how to code stuff. I just say what I want, and then they build it. But I pay them. But yeah, so there's loads of cool stuff coming with it. But yeah, definitely go and have a look at it, guys, and like tweak around and let us know what you think of it. Right, game day for this coming week. Let's look at the fixtures.
All right.
I think I'll need a
so just before you jump into that, obviously, with the Senators win, you got
what is going on here? Oh, it's the NWFL. Sorry.
Right. You got 13 right, 2
out
wrong,
of
1 draw. You got 13 to 16 right.
Fucking get in there. Quality.
Oh.
Britball football focus. Yeah.
Yeah.
I bet you guys probably didn't know we had this on the website, but yeah, soon we're going to be able to let you guys, like, people can add their own scores. So if you're at a game, you can add a score, and then we won't have to fucking look around on social media for everyone's scores, and it'll do box scores as well. So like by quarter. So yeah, we're doing stuff all the time. Right, let's go. Let's start. So unfortunately, they're in the wrong order, but so let's start with what the hell? Where's there must be no Prem North games this season. This week.
This season.
So we've got London.
We've just given it to Manchester, and that's it.
Yeah. London Warriors versus the Kent Exiles.
Warriors.
Cats versus the Thrashers.
Thrashers.
Yeah, I'll go the same. Then we'll go Scottish. So we've got Clyde Valley versus the Kings.
Clyde Valley. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm not a fan of the Blackhawks, but it's the fucking Kings.
Yeah. Roughnecks versus the Stags.
Stags.
Yeah, I'll go Stags on that.
Right. So are you in line with me the whole way through? Right. Currently, the Warriors, Thrashers, Blackhawks, and Stags.
Yeah. This game won't happen. Sorry about the old
Holden doesn't exist anymore. Fuck them.
Oh, I think they exist. They're just associated.
Chester Birmingham. Right. That is a reverse fixture of what just happened.
Oh.
That was our 6-0 slot bucket. Our 6-0
Romans.
Well, we both picked the Romans last time.
Well, so what? Let's make this a bit bigger for the viewers. There we go.
Oh, but you love Birmingham. Right. Okay. Yeah. I'm gonna have to pick the Romans as well, to be honest with you.
I'm going Caesars versus Giants.
Is this old? Is this the Nick Rice? Is that his name?
Mr. Rice. Yeah. It's not. I don't think it's Nick Rice, is it?
So we've been told the Titans are at Tamworth this Sunday.
Cool. Okay. All right. I need to check that. So Titans Tamworth. That's a belter of a game.
I'm taking the Titans.
I'll go Titans. Yeah. Well, hopefully it's a belter of a game. We'll see.
Hopefully, historically it would be. So are you taking the Caesars?
Yeah.
What was the score in the Giants North Ants game before it got abandoned?
20-14.
To who?
To North Ants.
I'm
and
taking
then
the Caesars then.
literally, it was on the score and play that Josh.
Yeah, I'm taking the Caesars then. Hornets.
Oh, I'll go Stallions.
Yeah, here we go. Let's go.
And
Now, yeah, you're going for the O's. I know you're going for the O's.
And do away with the Tom. Don't talk about this, Tom. I'm gonna block Tom. I'm gonna block him.
Well, that's 1.5 hour. Why don't you say him to have it all done 2 hours and do along the hour country?
He must have been sat there waiting because he was bang on 1 minute, 1 hour 30.
Yeah, he knew it was coming.
Yeah, that all written out since like 2 minutes.
You're taking the O's, aren't you?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, hang on. Do you think it'll be a convincing victory?
No, I'm just going for a win.
Just curious. Like,
I don't think it's going to be a statement win. I just think they're going to win.
Okay,
I think the Devils are good. I think the Devils are.
So if I was to say Olympians plus 7, do you think they'd cover? Sorry, Olympians -7.
I would go -14.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah. Well. Okay. Olympians -14, and I'll put Norwich +14, and we'll see.
I'm just doing a fucking. But I'm just picking a win. All right. We're not. No.
That's in there. It's in there. It's Olympians -14.
Never have done.
Nah, you've got the spread in there. Olympians
picks. It's just a pick.
No, but it's you're so adamant about the Olympians being better than everybody else.
I hated it, and I just like, I'll play a stupid Australian
hemisphere game. Exactly. I baited the hook, you've grabbed it, and now the fish is in the fucking boat. Olympians -14.
If the O's win, they win, and I get the plaudits.
You'll get a yellow, and if they don't cover, you'll only get a yellow.
This is 0.5. This is the game we're live streaming this week. By the way,
Apache.
Yeah, I'll go Apache on this.
Why do you sound so tormented like that?
I really like the Saints, man. They're a good club. They're a good squad. You know, they don't quite. So what I think the problem is with them is that they play double twins offense with a single back, and they're not good enough to be the team that just relies on that. They should, if they spread their play a bit more and use their run, they got some solid running backs, right? Like some angry big dudes, and they don't really use them. And I just think with the style of play that their offensive coordinator wants them to play, it doesn't lean to the strengths of that team. And so I think that's why they're going to be coming unstuck.
I just don't think. I just think they're the.
Kwame said Saints home field is easy. They're not one of the nicest. Yes, it is.
I would fucking hope so. Being in Oxford,
it's not. It's really nice. Yeah.
Yeah, I'd hope so. And
Bournemouth, South Wales. I'm going Bournemouth.
Yeah, Bournemouth. This is where we find out if South Wales really is terrible.
Yeah, they'll like dick them or something, and it.
Yeah,
it blows it all open, which will be cool. I like the competition.
I'm taking the Storm.
Torbay Swindon. I'm going Swindon.
Yeah, of course. 100%.
Ouse Valley, Hereford. I'm going Hereford.
I'm taking the Stampede. Oh, you've flipped from preseason. Preseason, you were like, nah, I don't like them.
Convincing information about the Stampede. I'm going to win this.
Boo.
I know. Sorry, mate.
Oh,
I assume you're going Stampede as well.
Oh, 100%. East Kent, Ipswich.
Oh, I'm going.
I think I'm taking the Mavs. Yeah, I think I'm going the Mavs.
Oh, but I want you to take the opposite one to me in this.
Yeah, but I don't like the Cardinals. Like, do you remember how they got all uppity at us like last year or the year before that because we said they were going to lose and then they took pop shots.
Oh, did they?
Yeah. They had a big whinge about us on social media, so I fucking flogged that dead horse. Like, fuck him.
I'm going Colchester over Sussex.
Oh yeah. Well, you don't reckon Colchester's? Sorry, you don't reckon Sussex is going to be fired up after today? Everybody talking shit about them.
Be fired up as you want.
Yeah, well, I was going to say they'll be fired up and they'll lose. I'm taking Colchester as well.
Last one, Berkshire Renegades, who we haven't seen yet, play at home to the Wyverns.
I'm taking the Wyverns.
Yeah, I think I am too.
I don't know. Like, I don't know enough about
Berkshire,
where Berkshire should sort of fit in the hierarchy to disrespect Somerset, who've done nothing but win.
Yeah.
So that's the big sort of thing. All right. If I can be asked later in the week, probably on Thursday or Friday, because it's NFL draft coming up this week. So I'm going to be up all night, Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday night. I'll have a look back. Mate, I don't know how you can sit through an hour and a half worth of Britball chat and say the NFL is boring.
I just I know, yeah, I don't. I'm not that.
He's right. Yeah, the only game that we have a differing opinion on is the Olympians Norwich, and I've had to fuck it. Oh, yeah, and I've had to introduce a spread for it. We've agreed. Is that more just?
But this is because you're copying me because I'm a winner and I won this week 13.5.
Well, I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna go back to the other twos.
You got like 9 out of 16 or whatever it was.
No, I got 11.5 out of 16.
9. And so now you've mirrored and copied me.
Except I gave mine first and you copied mine.
You've copied me.
I went first and you copied mine.
No, most of the time it was me going first.
No, most of the time it wasn't because I was reading out the match.
The obvious ones you went first. So what?
Oh, they're all fucking obvious. That's why we're in uniform. But Thursday or Friday, I'll go through and I'll have a look at week 1 and week 2 streams. Yeah. And I'll see if I can find what our pick, because we picked it in both the week 1 and week 2.
Also, just quickly, Tebs. Oh, sorry, too. Well, also, we're not Netflix. We're not going for the diversity banner here. Like,
I wondered where you were going. The moment you said diversity, I wondered where you were going with it.
We pick what we want. We don't need to cover all bases. We don't. We're not looking for contrarian.
Tibbs, I don't know if you understand how this works, mate. We pick who we think's going to fucking win, right?
Yeah.
If there's a clear favourite, that's who we both think's going to win.
Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't seen Tibbs put any picks in. I haven't seen him do shit.
He doesn't do senior ball. He just commentates on it.
Mate, he can't. Well, commentates on it. Can't even send a fucking microphone to somebody else. Useless cunt.
It's not him. That's
well, it is. He's the coordinator.
Imagine a fact.
The problem is they never pick a tie. You're welcome, Tibbs.
Yeah. There's no problem with that, Kwame. If one of us picked a tie, picked a tie, then everyone would just go nuts. It would be ridiculous. I'd never pick a tie.
Tibbs, I miss our game day lives from being done inside of a fucking vape shop.
They could be back one day.
Game day lives. What game day lives being done inside a vape shop?
No, not in a vape shop.
I miss you just going off camera and
commentate and move the camera at the same. Yeah, I know I can. I got the skills. Debs is still learning.
Bring back the vape shop. What a background that was.
Yeah. But yeah, cool. I think that's it. That's all we got.
Yeah. Thank you all for watching, except for the guys from Sussex.
For the Moni bitch.
Giant bag of.
He's probably still here.
I'm trying to insult him without insulting like 10 other people or a whole gender or a whole fucking like something else at the same time.
Or a whole disability.
Yeah, exactly. No, 100%. I'm like, I don't want to associate him with these things because these things don't deserve it.
Like, a separate cameraman and a pedestal. Kwame's all full of nuggets of information. Isn't he?
Mate, can you imagine if Kwame dedicated as much fucking craft to his actual like team football as he does to the comments?
It's all good. People are welcome to comment. It's exciting.
If he was
yeah.
He's picking on you.
We do try and have one cameraman up
a tree.
But we don't always get it. We did in the game on Sunday. I didn't start up. They had a pedestal, but it was very small, and someone else was up there, so they couldn't fit two. Well, it's not right fitting two people, but so many fucking people kept walking in front of the camera. I was getting annoyed, and I said to him at half time, I'm going to go up to that top of that tower.
I'm just going to throw the other cunt off.
It was spectators. It was the ref. Look, fucking one of the refs. He just kept standing directly in front of the camera. I was like, what's going on here? And then there was one time where I was moving the camera along, and then he'd come and fucking stand in front of it again. And it happened like I went about 3 or 4 yards, and and I was like, this is killing me. And I know he's not trying to get in front of my camera, but like it was just doing my head in. And then the sideline, so I was on the cheetah sideline. You know, like the first set of cones are usually what, like 3-5 yards back, and
Give
then
or
the
take.
second, sorry,
Give or take.
and then the second set is the same.
Yeah.
Theirs were all just really close to the sideline, and they stood. They didn't stand. They stood in that like ref zone. And so like we just couldn't see stuff.
Okay, no.
So it was a pain in the ass.
So
but they let me up.
What do people? What high quality product do people get to enjoy this coming week then?
Oh, awesome! Well, and it will be awesome for the cheaters moving forward. But we're at Oxford, so Oxford's like a dream.
The field of dreams.
Yeah. but like the do you know what? I've had quite a few compliments, or we had quite a few compliments about like how the commentary's been improving, which is really good. So
is that partly because like started from the bottom, now we're here?
Yeah, you just get better.
I was going to say,
get more and more slip with what you do.
Yeah, when you are the worst you can possibly be, the only way is up.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
When you're shit, the only way is up. So.
Yeah, 100%.
Pretty sure Oxford. It's got like a stand, and I'm not going in there because it's like miles from the pitch because they got a track around it.
I read that as pretty sure Oxford has gentry, and I was like, I'm pretty sure they do too. But yeah. What does the aristocracy got to do with Sunday football?
But yeah, there's like, when me and Tebs went to Oxford for the game recently, there's a woman. Like there's really lovely cars and quite posh people there that were like, there was like football and netball on. It's a big old complex.
Right, okay.
And this woman came through. We were inside getting some drinks from the vending machine. This woman and a little girl came through, and I held the door for them. And the woman just completely just fucking blanked me. Didn't like I was dirt to her, like just nothing.
Okay, in her defense,
so I kicked her legs out.
In her defense,
I really wanted to.
You're probably dirt to a lot of people that see you. Like,
no, this was like
you kind of look like if you
effort. No,
oh really?
Yeah, like you had to fucking
because I was
right.
I was thinking about this. This. You remind me of what would happen if you ordered like Ricky Gervais off of Wish. Like the way that you sound, like you're like Wish.com. You're like Wish.com Ricky Gervais.
You're like Crocodile Dundee Wish.
Fuck you. You're Poundland Ricky Gervais. Like it's like you start a kid.
I've never heard him moan about someone not saying.
No, but you speak the same way. You like.
No, I don't.
You do. You sound pretty much. You're both like you've got the very similar.
I always get told I sound like James Corden.
But you don't fucking look anything like him.
Like, what I did, I was well fat.
You kind of look like Ricky Gervais after chemo, but it's like, it's. I was thinking about this because I was watching Idiot Abroad because the missus fucking loves it. Old Carl Pilkington and watching it with Ricky there, and just watching like the whole nonchalant, like just the nah, fuck him, I don't care. Like the moment anybody kicks up a fuss about anything, he's like, no, I don't care, fuck you. And I was like, don't have it, Steve, don't have it.
Yeah.
But it's like you're the same. Like the moment anybody kicks up any sort of fuss or any like the slightest little bit of disrespect, you're like, fuck them, don't care, hope they die. Like the lady treated me like dirt. So I said to Jody, I was like, you kind of remind me of Ricky Gervais, and then my brain was like, yeah, but maybe if you ordered him off Wish and didn't get what you wanted.
Yeah, and he was poor and not funny, and
no, you're hilarious. Don't put yourself down like that. That's my job.
Anyway, right, let's end this. But thanks everyone. We will get it down to 1 hour one day.
Yeah,
almost 2 hours again. Fuck's sake.
Bex and Jody are praying for that day.
Yeah. Anyway, right. Thank you for joining us. I don't know what the Breens are doing this week. Like they're going to be off and on with their power rankings and their show on a Friday, but I need to find out what they're doing. But so they may be on this week. You may have some content from them, but they won't be consistently doing stuff. It's worth the extra time for weather day. Yeah, we're going to make that a regular feature.
We did spend 25 minutes talking about weather. Like.
We did it more
Tibbs,
because
can you send
about it.
Tibbs? Can you send Kwame a microphone and we can get him to talk about garbage time?
Yeah.
Well, maybe not you. Like somebody send Kwame a microphone.
Ah, cool from Phil on Wednesday for Blitzby versus Hornets. Ah, cool.
Wonderful.
I don't know who Phil is, but that's cool.
I have no idea. I've never heard of Phil in my life. Well, I've heard of
team,
Phil. Yeah. Welcome to Sportec, Phil.
Cool. Yes, but it was delivered.
It'll be delivered in 3
weeks. Yeah.
No, it's not that it'll be delivered. It was delivered really promptly, but the guy also took it away because you fucking labelled it wrong, you mong.
No, it wasn't him that sent it.
Yeah, well, he organised it.
It was like Chinese whispers. There's too many people passed information.
Yeah, when I get things, delivered and collected through work, I get it through DPD. Fucking old Tebs goes through Ollie. That's not even a real shipping company.
Ollie had the mic. It was Ollie, right?
Yeah, but Ollie's a shit shipping company, right?
Yeah, he's a terrible shipping company.
He's a terrible.
He used Royal Mail. He's not even a self-professed. I'm not
Yelp
logistics.
I'm a Yelp him 1 star. 1 star for Ollie.
We're going. Thanks everyone, and
bye-bye.
Enjoy whatever. Bye.